So I'm going to go on and work a little bit with the flag. And you saw in some previous videos Robert working with desensitizing her with the flag, and me using it from time to time. So because this is still fairly new to her, it's worth taking a few minutes to check out your horse each time. It's real easy to just rush on to something else. And even as I'm talking to you, wanting to show you this video, what I've noticed about Cricket is she really appreciates the reward. I wouldn't say she's a slow thinker, but maybe because she was rushed so much, when you really take the time to reward, she really knows she got it right. And knowing that for the horse is what creates believing in them and trust in you. So you can't go too slow in these things. Really ask yourself if your horse is ready for the next thing. And make sure you spend enough time at it. So I'm going through and I'm actually even whacking her, however much the flag can whack. I'm not stinging, but I can do a little more overhand than underhand. I don't want to poke her with the tail end of this, but I want her to separate. I want her to know that wherever this touches her legs, that she's okay with it, and she's pretty good. So I would do that, and then I would like to have her be able to walk and me do that and not trot off, that she can separate, that and you'll see she wants to stop because she's a little uncertain. So this is something that I will keep working with over time. This is better. So I'm just carelessly using the flag and wanting her to separate it. Like maybe I was flagging horses and it was making lots of noise, and it had nothing to do with her leaving or going faster. So my intention and what I'm thinking about is just her walking nicely. Good. So now I'm going to use this flag to do a little bit more. So I'm going to be a little bit further away, and in that further away I want her to read my body more. There. See, so that was quite lovely, and I've been working on this with her. This is a half circle lead by exercise, where she does a half circle and tracks the hind and brings the front across. So that way she didn't really pick up my asking, because here's my hind and here's my front. So that direction's a little bit easier for Cricket. This side she's a little impulsive. So there's the hind, and there's the front. So that was better, but you can see how she's trying to avoid me instead of really dance with me in a partnership. And my goal is for her to not try to avoid me, but to dance with me. So I'm going to just work with the flag there for a minute again, and then send her back out. And in working with the flag, what I did was I just brought her in and I touched her with it and let her know that it wasn't going to bite her. There was nothing about that flag, even though I'm using it to send energy and she sure should respond, that in her responding, that flag is just going to get real quiet. So I'm taking it away a little bit more maybe here. This is nice. So now as I step towards her, that should be the hind and then this should be the front. So her right side and bringing the front across is a little pokier. And it's pokier because she's resistant. There's a little bit of fear and uncertainty on that side. It's not because she's unwilling. There's something scary there. I'm taking her to trouble through that little movement, surprisingly enough. Whenever she's trotting off like this, in her mind, this looks a lot like something else in her life that troubled her. So I'm going to work through this until I get a nice walk. Now some horses are pokey. Yours might be that, not so much trouble, but just plain pokey. And you might appreciate the trot. That's okay. But with Cricket, I know she's a little bit impulsive when she trots. So I'm going to work with her until she can walk through this. That was a nice change. I'm going to reward for that. And she's going to walk off. That's all right. I'm going to let her find stop without coming too close into me. Appreciating that. Remember, I said with cricket, it's real important to take the time to reward her. That just helps her so much. Got my cameraman here checking out my camera. He gives me thumbs up, which is awesome since I've been recording now for probably 30 minutes. Okay, so here we go again. So there's my hind. So I'm thinking about my hind. Good. I don't necessarily need it a whole lot when I begin this exercise, but I do get the sense that she's going to yield. And is she ready to yield her hind so that she can use it? Just like that. If she's resistant with her hind, like this side, she's a little resistant. I'm stepping in the same, but you see how she doesn't want to give it to me? That's just a little bit of fear on her part. And now she's going faster instead of yielding it. And then when she yields it, it's a little bit jumpy. Until I can get her to yield that side with me just as easy as the other, I haven't really resolved all cricket's trouble. That's good there. I'd like her to give me just a tiny bit more. Yeah, yeah. So she needs to step in here a little bit longer and be willing to yield that hind with trust and confidence. So you can see that, and I'm thankful that you can see that, because this will be in a lot of people's horses. One side's pretty easy, the other side's not. And it isn't because she doesn't understand. Well, it is because she doesn't understand. It's not because she's not trying or she's being pissy. A horse might appear to be pissy, but they got pissy because of what a human rewarded them for. So it's your job to get rid of the pissiness, but not through pissiness, through being a better leader and a better communicator. Your horse will do whatever it thinks it can do to get his reward or her reward. So that's why they're so honest. If you feel like they're being pissy to you, that's probably because you were pissy to them. There, good. That was nice. That was nice. But you can see how when I reached in to touch her, I wasn't asking her to leave, but she took an extra step because she was uncertain. I'm going to have her take yet another one. This time I'm going to use the flag. So separating, coming in with the flag with a little extra energy, not asking her to leave, and then asking her to leave with it. She should leave lightly when she's ready. Don't take any effort. Yeah, just like that. If she's resisting the flag at all, it'll take a bit of effort to ask her to move. Yeah, good. So I had to bump her a few times with it. Robert's out here with the tractor, so she's interested. Good. That was nice. So, pretty interesting to think that I could do this and I'd want her to ignore it. And she didn't. She's getting a little troubled. And then to be able to come in there and ask her to move with just a little bit. And I had to have her separate. So here I'm asking her to move a little bit, and you notice she's not this time because she's focused more on Robert. So I can use this opportunity to be her hero. Because whatever it is she's troubled out there, I can get her to think about me and about our dance, and that trouble will go away. And I'm going to do it through getting her to yield better, because when your horse is troubled, they show you where their resistances are. When they're calm and quiet, it's hard to find them. It really is. And a lot of people don't like to take them to trouble, to their fears, and have them face them, because it can be a little bit disheartening at times. That was nice. But like anything in you and building trust with any partner, it really comes through facing challenges. So find fun challenges. That's better already right there. Find fun challenges with your horse. Feel ready for them. And then conquer them. Conquer your fears and your challenges. Study so you're ready to do them. And then have fun with them. So I'm going to ask her here to step away. And it's still not quite as light as I'd like it to be. But you might think she's a lot calmer and you could quit here. But until I get something more like that, I don't really have all of her mind. Remember, we talk about going from their feet to their mind back to their feet. And most people get the feet pretty good and they only get the mind part of the way. So stay in it. Stay in it till you can think about moving your horse's feet and they'll move. That's true unity. When the two of you are operating as one in a particular movement. As you add challenging movements, you will revisit all these basic things again to develop true unity in that movement. So true unity in the movement too is to separate this, not to walk away. So I'm going to stay in here for a moment and I'm going to see if she'll separate. And I don't mind that she leaves. I really don't. It's not an indication that I'm doing a poor job. And it's not an indication that she is either. What I will do is learn how to communicate more effectively through this. Yes. Every mistake I make will be forgiven. And every mistake she makes will also be forgiven. And through that, we'll actually get better partnership. So I'm going to ask her to step. Now she didn't actually move much, but I saw her chest prepare. So I'm going to reward her for that. So I'm thinking about her moving. And there's the try. There's 1 foot. I'm thinking about her moving. Good. So that's much lighter. Good. So over time, as I work with this horse and any other horses, is when we come out to dance together, it's the idea of being prepared to move and prepared, being balanced in such a way that they're ready. They're ready, and you're ready when you're prepared. You have an idea of what's going to be asked. You feel physically ready and you feel mentally ready. That's what I'm working on for her, and that's what I'm working on for me. Good. That was nice. So that was a lot of great groundwork. It really was all quite easy. And there was a bit of other sessions to work up to that, and I will keep working with her in just this same way, looking to make it seem more seamless to the observer. That really it takes much more effort. We're going to be more connected to make it be more seamless. So now I'm going to go ahead and saddle her and take her for a ride. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.